Greetings. We're just doing a little update. Doing a little update on the Sade case. Just doing a little update. Sade Robinson, one that was murdered in the county of Milwaukee 3 weeks ago. Just doing some updates. And so far, what was told, rather, is the father decides to speak about his daughter. The mother gets a tattoo here in Vegas with her name on it. And my prayers and condolences go out to the family. Excuse me. Good Lord. Oh, like I said, prayers go out to them and to the family. What I am really concerned about is the next one to get hit, just like Sade, excuse me, how Sade got hit. How are we going to um, start looking after our families, protecting our families? Seeming that this is very important. This is something that's been going on for years. Again, my heart goes out to that family. But the dad, again, we're gonna go to the father because he has expressed um, how, damn, this is rough. This is rough. This is hella rough. Because I do feel for the mother and I feel for the father especially. Here we go.
He put other victims in the water.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. This is not it. One second. It's not it. There we go. There we go.
When you heard her blanket, her little pet tribute blanket had been found, what went through your mind?
Um, all of this is incomprehensible. As I don't understand how the community, and I appreciate everything that they're doing, how they can find a blanket that was already searched by in an area that was already searched by the authorities. But just evidence after evidence.
Was it?
Uh,
Was it, Mr. Robinson? Had that area been thoroughly searched by authorities? Because it's my understanding volunteers found body parts as well.
yeah, I talked to the police after the blanket was found, and I asked them why they didn't find it because they told me they searched that area previously. Uh, so I don't know how they searched it and didn't see that. Uh, I don't know if it's limited resources or what. Uh, I, I it's I don't feel like it's a lot of uh, real effort being put trying to find her. Um, I've been here since 11 o'clock last night. I haven't been to sleep. I've been to the parks. I've been all over with flashlights, uh, binoculars, and I just don't feel like I can sleep. I just need to. I just want to find her. But I don't feel like it's an effort that there should be a. I don't feel like doing it that they need to do to find her. Using resources, whatever they have to do, um, to find my baby girl.
Mr. Robinson, what are you looking for? You've been there since 11 o'clock last night looking. What are you looking for?
Wow. Wow.
Well, I keep. There's only two body parts left that we haven't found, and I just want to put her to rest properly. I keep having dreams about it, so um, I just want her to at least rest in peace. Um, and I can't do that until I have her um, together. Uh, they won't even let me see the body parts they have because he said it's evidence. So uh, I'm just trying to do what I can do to find her, hoping she leads me to her. So,
Mr. Robinson, oh, just thank you so much for speaking with us today because I know your heart is breaking and you have been looking through the night out with a flashlight trying to find your daughter, her body parts. You know, I think the closest person in the world to me ever was my dad, Mac. Tell me about Sade in life.
uh, my baby girl was an amazing person. Um, she was uh, she was full of love. She was a giver. Um, she would give you the shirt off her back. She had a very good heart. She was intelligent. Um, she was a good person to be around. Um, she had so much potential. We talked a lot about our future and what she wanted to do and which direction she wanted to go. But I told her the world is her oyster. She makes that decision. Don't let nobody make it for her.
Wow. I can only imagine. I can just imagine. Hmm. You being that, you being up that early in the morning, late night, early in the morning again, just to find the missing pieces to this woman. Um, I can't imagine that for any black father. Um, but now we get to some other parts of the some videos, but the trial meanly hasn't started yet. The murder is the murderer of this 19-year-old child, Maxwell Anderson, is on trial right now. If he wanted to, or somebody were to pay for his bill, which is $5 million, which allegedly his father is this known rich guy, mayor, governor, or something like that. They probably would bill him out of jail. They probably would post bail for him. But like I said, the next one is quite similar, but we're going to look at it anyway.
In the water. See where I'm going with this?
Well, Nancy, I want to go back to what police are sharing, because I wanted to stick to what we know, and there's so much that we are still working to get, but we know that right now police are just searching for Sade Robinson in connection to Maxwell Anderson. But we did learn in a preliminary hearing just a few days ago that the blood that was found inside Maxwell Anderson's home, they swabbed bedding, they swabbed a wall in the basement. We know that that blood was not Sade Robinson's DNA. I don't want to go too far talking about, what else it could be, but we do know that it's not Sade Robinson's blood. And that was a development that came in that preliminary hearing too. But police are only telling us right now, Nancy, that they are looking at Maxwell Anderson and Sade Robinson together. They're not putting any other speculation out there, any other rumors out there either.
Can I just do a lightning round with you, Aaron? Just a quickie.
Let's do it.
Isn't it true that civilians are the ones that find the body parts? Yes, no.
Sure. In this case, Nancy, her family members have
lightning
been out
round.
searching. Yeah.
Lightning round. Lightning. It's yes, no. Okay. And isn't it also true that a civilian found the blanket, the pet tribute blanket that was Sade's, near Sade, some of her remains? Civilians, yes, no.
Yes.
Aaron? Okay. And isn't it also true, Aaron Mabin, that civilians are the ones that are out searching for Sade and any of her remaining body parts? Isn't that true?
That's right.
Okay. My point is, police are saying right now, we're only looking at Sade as a victim. Really? Okay, let's move forward with what we know. We know that the police have the suspect's blood. They've got his DNA, obviously. We know that they have Sade's DNA. So, hence, I would argue that the blood found in the home, since they're not saying it's the defendant's, and they're saying it's not Sade, it's somebody else's. Is that logical to you, Aaron Mabin?
Sure, yeah, Nancy.
Okay. Going forward from there, Dr. Eric Eason joining me, board certified forensic pathologist, consultant, on Facebook, Eric August Eason. Dr. Eason, thank you for being with us. Just in a nutshell, and I'll delve back into it.
Again, for any father who had to deal with this, I definitely feel your sentiment. I definitely feel where you're coming from. For you to happen to be up that late, early in the morning, to find the head and a missing arm of Sade Robinson, the 19-year-old who was brutally murdered by Maxwell Anderson, and to happen to go through this for a whole entire week. I definitely feel for the mother. If there was some other way I could Not to say this is a money grab, because this isn't. If there was some other way I can get her on the show, I would. Both of them, the mother and the father. Um, and this is a message to all concerning parents, all Black parents, mother, father, guardian. This should be a lesson learned to everyone, that you need to stand on your guard no matter what age range, because this could happen to anyone. This could happen to a little girl. It could happen to a girl who was age 12, right? Although she lived a very short life, I am certain that she lived a glorious one. Let's continue.
Before Aaron Maben gets called off to a scene, Dr. Eason, isn't it relatively easy for a medical examiner like yourself, who has performed literally thousands of autopsies, to determine whether or not a torso has been submerged in water, or has it been out in the open in the elements?
That's actually tough to determine. When I was listening to the comments from the other guest, I don't think you would be able to tell whether or not a torso would have been dropped into the water or simply dropped onto land. I think in either situation, it's going to appear the same. So I don't think you can tell.
Wait. Okay, hold on. I've dealt with a lot of medical examiners and a lot of homicide cases. So you're telling me a torso that has been underwater for several weeks would look the same as a torso that had been out in the air above ground for several weeks?
They would probably look a little bit different, yes. That is true. I would agree with that. Yeah.
They'd look a lot different. Anything
Yes.
submerged in water, anything looks different. When you get in the bathtub for 30 minutes, your hands prune up, for Pete's sake. A torso will look different if it's been underwater than if it's been out on the beach. Look, I'm just a JD. I'm not an MD. How would they look different?
Let's see. The one in the water, you're going to have...
if Sade Robinson's mother catches you laughing, she's going to rip your throat out. Okay?
Of course.
Now tell me how that
Okay.
torso looks different if it's been underwater.
They're going to be bloated for sure, because being under the water, the bacteria are going to multiply and release the gas, and that's going to actually bring the torso up.
I would have seriously done more than that. But it goes to show you that white folks don't really care. They don't care. Because if they did, it would have been a worldwide search. A worldwide search for a couple missing body parts. All the missing. If it was Nancy, if it was Carrie, Jennifer, Vanessa, Amy, all white folks would have been up and outraged. In an outrage. Dealing with the situation. But when it comes to a couple black people, oh no. Well, there's a difference. We'll never know, Nancy. The body was bloated. They both look similar. Like I said, people want me to believe that this is a free country, a good country to be. The United States of America is great. The United States of America has no flaws in it whatsoever. Like, we don't make mistakes. We don't make bad choices. Sure, they can hang you. They can humiliate you. They can decapitate you. They can call the police on you, profile you, and everything is okay. Well, let that be me. I'm raising holy hell. And speaking of raising hell, I definitely feel for the mom. Like I said, she was here. I guess she was here in Vegas not too long ago. Just getting a tattoo. Let's see where this is. It's right here.
I need the community to keep standing with us, and I appreciate all of the support. And this is Sade's voice being heard.
Earlier tonight, the mother of Sade Robinson, Sheena Scarborough, commemorated her daughter after her tragic death by getting a new tattoo. Kaylee Starro talked with her about that and the ongoing search.
At Black Rabbit Tattoo Collective, Aisha Valentine is designing a birthday tattoo for Sheena Scarborough.
I spend every birthday with my daughters. We do small things, we do family things.
Sheena's daughter, Sade Robinson, was murdered earlier this month.
I knew my baby was an earth angel, but I didn't know that God was going to take her from me this soon.
Her angel's wings,
this one right here,
now a part of her forever.
The only thing I came to do was get my first tattoo of my baby.
A birthday tattoo and a plea to the entire community.
Right now, I need us to focus on finding the rest of my baby, please. That's all I'm praying for.
Look at her gesture. Look at how she is. I mean, she is so distraught. Yeah, poor thing. I feel for her deeply. I feel for any mother who had to go through this, because the first signs is fatigue. The second sign is just the adrenaline. The adrenaline is just rushing through her veins. But as time goes on, you tend to not say care, but you tend to feel a certain way about yourself in terms of just giving up life. And in most cases, you become suicidal. I'm not saying that this lady is suicidal. You know, I'm sure that her husband is supportive to the point where they cannot give up because they got more children. But this is gonna be a while. This is gonna take a while, a real long while, for everything to settle down. But I just hope and pray they find the remains so they can give her a proper burial.
That's all I want for my birthday wishes.
From the hum of a tattoo gun,
The only thing I came to do was get my first tattoo of my baby.
a birthday tattoo, and a plea to the entire community.
Right now, I need us to focus on finding the rest of my baby, please. That's all I'm praying for. That's all I want for my birthday wishes.
From the hum of a tattoo gun to the waves of the Milwaukee River, Family and friends were out doing just that on Saturday, searching for clues.
By Kern Park, we've had kayaks, wetsuits as well. Just trying to find anything.
I met with Kenny Johnson, who has been one of the people searching since Sade first went missing April 1st.
She hasn't been laid to rest. It doesn't make sense why the family don't have answers.
After her body parts have been found across Milwaukee, family and friends are growing frustrated with the response from authorities.
The community has been the ones on the front line finding my daughter and figuring out the pieces of the puzzle. We've been doing the work.
Work that no mother should have to do.
I need us to focus on the piece of my daughter. We are still looking for her temple. Has not been found.
As family and friends look for Sade,
and we won't stop.
The meaning behind Scarborough's first tattoo goes far beyond the skin.
Sade Robinson. She was the most beautiful spirit. She touched everyone's soul.
Reporting in Milwaukee, Kaylee Starl.
Sharon, how are you? Yeah, it's going to be a while before they recover. If I tell you what, if Lisa, I'm gonna do this too. If anybody can reach out to the family, the Robinson family, and try to get them this, I'm gonna try to sway them to try to review them, try to do an interview with them, and to see if the Milwaukee police have been fair, if this investigation has been fair, if this investigation has been, if this was swift justice, which I know this was not. I mean, it happens all the time, but because if like I said, if it were my daughter, all hell would rise and everything would burn if this were my daughter. I mean, they would literally have to lock me up and throw away the key if this were my daughter or my son. And I would hope that others would feel similar to what I feel. Because I feel what the daddy feels right now. I definitely feel what the father feels. I definitely feel what the mother feels. And as far as the family is concerned, we won't be getting any other information for a while. It's like I said, the father just wants to put the pieces together and have a proper burial for her. And he's determined, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. This is just, it's just not fair. It is not fair.
We begin tonight.
And I definitely feel where he is coming from.
At 10 with our big story. More than a month after she was found dead and dismembered, the search is still on for the rest of Sade Robinson's remains.
Fox 6's Bria Jones spoke with Robinson's father tonight, who's looking for his daughter ahead of her memorial service.
In each week, Robinson gets a glimpse of hope.
Just hopeful that I'll find her. Her life flashes before me from an infant to now.
The soothing sounds of Lake Michigan can't calm his yearning to find the remaining body parts of his daughter, Sade Robinson.
I don't want to find her, but I know I have to find her. So it's an internal conflict.
Late Tuesday night, he arrived in Milwaukee from Florida. His first stop, Warnemont Park in Cudahy, where 19-year-old Robinson's severed leg was found the day after she disappeared in early April.
How does it feel to be here today in Warnemont Park?
I could feel her just since I've been here, retracing her steps.
Authorities say Robinson was killed and mutilated while on a first date with 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson. He's now charged with homicide.
Evil. This was definitely a demonic spirit to do this.
Robinson's car was found torched and body parts were later found across Milwaukee County. Technology also leading detectives to Anderson's home.
Did you go to Maxwell Anderson's home?
No, they told me don't go there. So I'm trying not to go there.
Why? Who said not to go there?
The authority.
Despite not having all of her remains, Sade Robinson's family is preparing to celebrate her life this Friday on what would have been her 20th birthday.
She will always live forever within me, regardless.
In Milwaukee County, Bria Jones, Fox 6.
That man is grieving. Have you ever seen a father up close? Oh, Connie. Have you ever seen a father up close when he's grieving? You can literally see the pain, the anguish, the fire within the father that has stood up countless nights while his daughter cried at night, and they literally had to go and check on the child to see if the child was hungry, the child was wet. Years later, the child is smiling, getting ready to graduate high school, go on to college. And the next thing you know, there's no more phone calls. There's nothing no more, because you had a person who was psychologically demonized, that she may have seen something. I'm always gonna stoke the presence of she seen something within his house, somewhere in his basement, that she should have not seen. And they also had said and explained that the blood that was splattered on the walls was not hers. So therefore, they might have captured a serial killer. They might have captured a serial killer. But I don't know. Does Milwaukee carry the death penalty? That's a question. Does Milwaukee carry the death penalty or no? Because if that were me, I would don't give them the death penalty. Send them over to me. You know, that's what every father would say. That's what every father would say. Like, they would literally, he'll be in court and they would literally be on the microphone stating their distaste word, distaste for him. A killer like this does not care what people think. Often he gets his instructions from the unknown, because it's always a ritual. It's always a ritual, always a sacrifice. He gets his instructions from the unknown, which we all know who the unknown is. And he succeeds in dismembering his victims and proceeds yet again to just do the obvious, which is scatter her remains across the countryside. Now, will the rest of her remains, Sade's remains, be found? Absolutely. It's just a matter of time. Obviously, they're not going to stop looking for her remains. And the people in Milwaukee, I hope you will aid Mr. and Mrs. Robinson in finding this person, especially those who, think they really care for Miss Robinson. If you really, really cared, you would help put this behind the two that are responsible for her, the mother and the father. You will help them put this behind them. She is never going to recover. Let me see. 1 second. Let's see.
And back with us, Deputy. This month, authorities arrested and charged suspect Maxwell Anderson in the death of the missing 19-year-old. They say Robinson went on a first date with him on April 1st, which is the last time that she was seen alive. Her car was found torched and fragments of human remains were found, including a leg. Now, these remains were later confirmed to belong to Robinson. Now, last week, someone walking along Lake Michigan in South Milwaukee found a torso in an arm.
It's very calm, very peaceful, and definitely taints the area.
But just to know that that was going on here is an uncomfortable feeling.
Just a reminder, people. Just a reminder. Now, they also mentioned something that he was digging something in his backyard, but I don't think they would be able to tell us what they have supposedly found anytime soon. If there's any reports on this, I will definitely be back to give you more updates. But until then, we have what we have right now, and it is what it is. So, thoughts and prayers go out to the Robinson family. Thoughts and prayers to anyone who has been through this type of tragedy before, and hopefully those who have never been in this situation, I hope it never happens. But we can all hope and pray.
Now, Anderson was scheduled for a preliminary hearing today, but chose to waive his appearance. The search is continuing for the rest of Robinson's remains with divers in Lake Michigan. Reporter Kaylee Starrell with Scripps News Milwaukee brings us the latest.
We've seen support for Sade Robinson pouring in all over the Milwaukee area for the past 3 weeks. Much of that support showing itself through the color pink, which is Sade's favorite color. Even over the past 2 hours, I've seen at least a dozen people here at Warnemont Park come to pay their respects and leave pink ribbons. And it's not just here at Warnemont. This is some video now from earlier this week. Pink chalk and tokens outside Maxwell Anderson's home, the man charged with her murder. Across the city, pink posters and balloons outside Pizza Shuttle, the place where Sade worked, and many coworkers told me she was the heart of Pizza Shuttle. Kilbourne Park and the Hone Bridge also turning pink Friday night during a vigil honoring the young woman. And now today, people who live in Cudahy and across the Milwaukee area are back at Warnemont to pack the park with pink. This park is where the first of Sade's body parts were recovered nearly 2 weeks ago, and additional remains have been discovered since. Right now, the community is trying to turn that tragedy that happened into awareness.
If the awareness can prevent this from happening to someone in the future, from having someone's family go through the anguish of not knowing where their relatives' remains are, we have to all band together and continue to do whatever we can to bring the awareness and to be there to support when needed.
Sade's family announcing Friday plans to continue her legacy by helping other families going through a tragedy like this one. All of this as they continue to search for her remains and this investigation moves forward.
All right, joining us to discuss is criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor David Bruno, and back with us, Deputy Public Defender for LA County, Philip Dubé. Philip, I'll start with you and just get your thoughts on this case in general. Today, Maxwell Anderson was supposed to be in court for a probable cause hearing. We know these can be sort of a trove of information for defendants, but they chose to waive their appearance at this. What do you make of the case and their decision to waive the appearance?
Well, obviously it is his right at the preliminary hearing stage to waive his presence. Oftentimes they do that because they don't want to face what they've done, frankly. And this is going to be some pretty ghoulish evidence because you remember what we have, Michael, is we have a dismembered young lady. That means body parts are going to be discussed. Photos are likely going to be introduced of the young girl's body or whatever was left of it. And there's going to be a lot of finger wagging and finger pointing at him. I have a feeling that whoever this young Maxwell is, in light of this crime and in light of his appearing through counsel, if you will, that there is a mental health problem going on. I just have a feeling that at some point, counsel is going to have a doubt about their client's competency to proceed, because this is clearly beyond the pale. It'd be interesting to find out what led police to him. I don't know if that has been made public yet, but I can tell you right now it's not looking good for this guy. He's charged with first-degree premeditated murder, which is obviously a life top.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what the probable cause hearing would have brought out, just a little bit of it. He was the last person seen with her. They have witnesses, they have surveillance videos, they have her Apple tracking device that places them at a place having dinner, then going to a bar, going back to his place, her car, then going and driving away from his place to the place where they found body parts. They have a person going from the car to the shore, back to the car, to the shore. They've got all that on him. David Bruno, there's a lot there to deal with. He also has a little bit of a background in domestic violence and also beating someone up on the street who was trying to stop him from being in an argument with a woman. So there's a lot to work with.
Yeah, Michael, I haven't been a prosecutor for 10 years. I've been out of the prosecutor's office. I was in the homicide unit, and I had access to the technology, the surveillance videos, the cell towers, the call logs, body cams. But I'll tell you what, as we continue to progress in technology, when the prosecutors get this type of evidence, it makes their job very easy. When they have the surveillance video of them together and these images that you and the videos that you talk about, I wonder what he said to. If he gave statements, we've been covering a lot of cases with statements, and that would be really the nail in the coffin if he gave.
Now, if you would like to donate to the Sade family, that's the wrong one. Hold on. If you would like to donate to the family, here it is. Justice for Sade, Our Fallen Angel. They had already raised $64,375. Let's go for more. Let's go for more, because right now I would definitely, if I was the father, I would definitely sue for millions since he's a millionaire. But this is the GoFundMe. Jesus, she's too young. She is just way too young. Let this be a lesson to all African mothers and fathers. Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson. Obviously, nobody wants their child in that position, but let this be a lesson. As far as the whole B. Taylor news is concerned, there will be more on that tomorrow. I am going to hop off, but if let me see if like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and definitely subscribe. One second. Let's see. Please share. This video. Wrong one. Oops. Let's see here. Nope, wrong one. I just passed her. God damn it. I hate it when people text, or when people that I don't know text. Let's see. Sorry. Did I just... No, that's not it. Did I put it? Here we go. I need for you to share this video. All right. Got it. All right. Got it. Well, I spelled it wrong, but oh well, she get the message. All right. It has been fun, you know. It has been fun. But like I said, if there's some more updates, if there is a trial coming up, which won't be until I think 2 to 3 weeks from now, we'll definitely be covering that. On top of that, we'll do the whole be each other thing tomorrow. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for stopping by. This is We-On-Loc signing off. Peace.